Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Movie Deputy Reviews. If you were on here on Saturday or on YouTube, you saw that I made a partial video saying that I was not really quite up for talking a whole lot yet, and as you can probably tell by my mouth motions, I'm still having kind of a hard time. Smiling hurts, talking hurts still. But I am slowly getting better at that, and I wanted to come and, of course, bring you a review. I wanted to do one that would probably not take a whole lot of talking to talk about, and there's some other ones that I would have coming up that I really want to talk about, some new ones that have come out, because I can still watch movies, I can still take notes, but when it comes to doing this, it's a little bit difficult still. I still look like a little bit of a chipmunk. I'm just still in probably an abnormal amount of pain still. I have an insane pain tolerance. So the fact that this is knocking me down like this has left me a little bit like this guy over here. So if you caught the title of today's review, or if you see the poster right here to my side, you know we are talking about the Pout-Pout fish. Now, they say it takes more muscles to frown than to smile, but it's just easier not to move. So, do I look a little bit like the Pout-Pout fish right now? Maybe. Do I feel a little bit like the Pout-Pout fish with the dreary wearies? Maybe a little bit. But let's get into this. This movie is one I had absolutely zero knowledge of coming into this. I didn't even watch any of the trailers for this. I came into this honestly thinking it was Dr. Seuss. I mean, look at the character. And so that was my first thought. Then I saw on the thing that was from a New York Times bestseller, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, but I've never heard of it. And then I was thinking, okay, kids' movies can sometimes be surprising. Look at Harold and the Purple Crayon. That one was amazing. I mean, I still recommend that movie to people. It was beautiful. And it kind of appealed to all ages. This one, not so much. This one is getting an innocent rating, as it is very much aimed at the preschool crowd. Though it has some things that can maybe appeal to a little bit broader audience other than that. But before we get too far into this, I want to share with you the trailer, plus that'll give my mouth a break as well. So let's jump over and check that out.
You are a Pout-Pout fish.
I am a Pout-Pout fish.
With a Pout-Pout face.
With a Pout-Pout face.
And you spread the dreary wearies.
I spread the dreary wearies.
All over the place.
All... Hey, what are you doing?
I need to find a new home for my 300 brothers and sisters. Can you help Pip out, please?
I absolutely fell in love with Pip during this movie. She is the bright spot of the entire film.
No. Maybe some of it is salvageable. Whoa! Wow. Exact same spot. I'm not even sure how to react to that.
Now, if you recognize that voice, if you are a fan of The Office, that voice will be very familiar to you.
I know who can help. Shimmer.
The fish that grants magic wishes?
Yes. What do you say?
Okay, maybe.
This is really happening.
You're gonna blow it first off.
Grab my fin.
Now, does the starfish look familiar? Keep that in mind.
Oh my gosh, you're so big. Well, yeah, I'll take a little one.
What?
Sacre bleu! Swim pit! We don't know them! Stop!
Let's go.
Nothing can stop us now.
All right.
For what?
Yeah. Meat often is... Kill!
the Pout-Pout fish.
For the love of blub, blub, blub.
See it in theaters March 20th.
You're like crazy, Pouty.
Think?
My apologies on that if I got that a little bit from the download. But so what did you think of the trailer? I would love to know what you thought about that because I know what I think of that. And it honestly is more exciting in the trailer than the final product, unfortunately. I will say that it is very obvious where this movie got its inspirations from. There are clear inspirations from The Little Mermaid. There are clear inspirations from some other things that you probably saw, a miniature version of Oogie Boogie, which was unmistakable on the inspirations on that. There are definite clear inspirations of Finding Nemo. And if you hadn't already figured it out, there are very clear inspirations of the Grinch, almost to the point of, I'm surprised it's not copyright infringement for as similar as some of the things are in this one. But obviously, I mean, it made it past all of that. So, but maybe it's a small enough movie that it's not garnering that much attention. Like I said, I came into this with zero knowledge. I mean, I came into this thinking, like I said, this was like a Dr. Seuss type story. I mean, what else would I think with just purely based on the poster? When I went to this, I was really surprised that the only other people that came into this movie were some parents with very young children, including a couple infants in strollers. Now that kind of surprised me, and the kids were probably 4 and under. And there are lots of beautiful colors and action and stuff that are going to capture kids' attention, even if they're not paying the most attention to what the story is. In this one, we have the Pout-Pout fish, who is this grumpy old fish who has learned to it's better to be on his own. And then then Pip finds him unexpectedly, and she's looking for a new home because her parents are getting ready to have a couple hundred baby brothers and sisters for her. And so she thinks his home is going to be her home, and something happens to his home in the process. So they have to go find Shimmer, the wishing fish, to try to get everything restored. But in the process of doing that, they find a bunch of other fish and sea creatures that also need wishes. And so it becomes a matter of who can get to Shimmer first. Well, when they finally do get to Shimmer, they find out that things are not quite what they expected. So how does this end? Does this have a happy ending, or does this have something that might lead into more ideas? Well, after doing a little bit of research on my own, I learned that this is a multi-book series. So I would almost expect that maybe there might be more stories following this, but I do hope that they are direct to digital, because even after seeing this in the theater, talking with the management at the local theater, they were surprised that I had gone to this because they said that there had been very few, if any, tickets sold to this in the last week. And so I was really surprised, and they were really surprised to even learn that there had been other people in the theater with me when I saw this. So I don't know if that kind of helps you or out, or if this is something that you have little children and they are fans of, then maybe wait till it comes out on digital or something along those lines, just to save. I mean, with the cost of going to movies nowadays, I don't know if this is justified. So I would just wait till this comes out on digital. There were honestly times in this movie when I was struggling to stay awake. There were just some parts of the story were very sweet, very memorable, but the vast majority of the movie was just, I mean, where I'm just sitting there and it's like, I was struggling not to just flip this thing over from my note app to social media, but I remained in the movie because I'm like, okay, what if I miss something? What if I miss a note? What if I miss somebody's name or the area of one of the sea area somewhere in the sea that they are going to. And we're not talking anything as memorable as 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, but we are talking about a journey that is similar in a lot of different ways. So, if, like I said, if this is something that you're wanting to see, I do highly recommend waiting till it comes out on digital to see this. I am giving Pout-Pout Fish an innocent rating just because it is just super cute throughout. I mean, it is definitely aimed at that crowd. If you are an adult or even an adult who enjoys kids' movies, might get very boring very quickly. No offense to the author or anything with this, but movie-wise, I'm not sure why this made it as far as the theater. Like I said, there are definite parts from inspirations from those other movies, and as you saw from the trailer, you can see the inspiration for Oogie Boogie clearly. Ow, sorry. But score-wise, you're probably wondering where I'm coming in with the Pout-Pout Fish. I am coming in on the Pout-Pout Fish at a 3.75 out of 10 on the Deputy scale. It's not quite watchable but forgettable, but it is definitely, it's like if you really must see this, wait for it to come out on digital, Blu-ray, etc. So I hope this will help save a few people on that. I'm going to be hopefully back later this week with a few other movies for you, and it seems like every day my talking is getting a little bit better. But I'm just like, I'm going to go put an ice pack on my face and just kind of call it a night. So, or morning. It's late, so bear with me on that. But as always, I will be back as soon as I can with another adventure for you. And again, I really I missed Saturday, but I did manage to put up a short video on Saturday here on our YouTube. So if you are not subscribed over here on our YouTube, please do so and turn on those notifications so you can get the latest and the greatest content from, of course, me, the deputy of Movie Deputy. And I will be back soon. Bye, my loves.